Welcome to the pod, second cup of sunrise on this Tuesday morning with James. I'm Brennan. Tuesday, December 16th, closer and closer to the big day. Yes, I got that.
The random Tuesday is on the way in the next 30 minutes.
Yes, it is. We have lots of,
Yeah.
I threw in just a, what's the word? Hodgepodge of things to talk about today. For one thing, every once in a while, when you come up on a Monday, it's a big day for anyone who is a member at the YMCA. Because as classes come out, whether it's for school, daycare, swimming, athletics, whatever it may be, every 3 or 4 months, it's sign-up day. 10 a.m. on that Monday. They usually do it on a holiday, actually. They'll do it on Labor Day, MLK Day, or whenever it may be. It just so happened to be yesterday before winter break.
Yeah.
And this is when everyone lines up, gets online, and you fight for spots. Because there are two things that I know as a dad, very hard to get into. Daycare or pre-K, anywhere, is almost impossible.
It's difficult.
Second on that list, maybe swim class. Just about anywhere. Public pools, Goldfish, YMCA, and so that's where we line up. So everyone does the research. You look, do you want weeknights? What day of the week? What time? Do you want weekends? And it can be stressful. You get in the queue.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Parenton, where I'm at, they have a nice aquatic center that's a little bit easier to get into classes there. But YMCA is cheaper. So it's actually not that much cheaper. You know, I think a swim lesson for Mason was like $65, I think, which is it's great. You know, I'm not going to complain at all about that. You know what I mean? Obviously, it's on top of the membership fee. But so I got in. I was able to get in. I had exactly that, all logged in, all information. I had literally going on 2 computers to get it. So I got into that, which was good. But you know, it's so important to get them swimming at a young age, you know, so I was happy to do that. And for us, we got, you know, got Mason in, and then I got CJ in at the same time, which is nice, you know, so he can be in the pool and then I'm in the pool with her at the same time, which is ideal. Because the last thing we want is to have, you know, to go to the pool twice in 1 week.
We did that once where it was both weekend days, and then one of these last times, it was one after another. So I'm in the pool for like 2 hours.
Oh, man, that's a long
with Jules
day.
And then with Brooklyn when they're done. But you have to like just the consistency of doing it. So what we were signing up to do is Julia was a little more advanced than some of her other swimmers. And so they were like, she can go up a level, but it's a different age group and the system doesn't allow me to do it because she's technically hasn't had a birthday yet. So not old enough. So I, over the weekend, stopped by the Y, gave them all my information, and they said, we're going to get it signed up, and then we'll try to get Brooklyn on the same day. And Steph, she was going to say, 10 o'clock, I'll take care of Brooklyn. We'll get same time, same day if we can, around that. And then I get a charge that comes through, and I'm so thankful for the Y staff because they wrote it down and they did it for me. But it ended up being a different day. So in a panic, I was like, Steph, it's this day. This is when we're doing class. We don't want to, you know, spend multiple days during the week going. And Stephanie said, I'm dealing with an issue at the school,
a little busy
but
now.
but I'm in the queue and I'll take care of it. So we ended up getting the same time. So that worked out. It all worked out.
Yeah, you don't mind weekend warriors because you guys are up at like 5 a.m. For us, our weekend is sacred. I obviously try to let Lauren sleep as much as possible, and there's other things going on. So we try to just preserve the weekend as is. And we do the weeknight. We're going 5 to 5:45 to 6 o'clock. So we crank out those nights.
Yeah. Good luck to everybody, and hopefully you got into that, and then it'll be another couple of weeks till we do that. I had a problem yesterday.
Yeah, interested to hear this story.
Every year, and I can pull up some video because we've got this as well. The holiday rush, the deadlines for sending letters, gifts, everything in the mail. Yeah. And in this job, I read it multiple times, and I know we get to Thanksgiving, things have to be sent by a certain day to family in different states back home in the South, and every year my stuff shows up a day, 2, 3 days late. It without fail. I'm the worst at it. I brought it up to Steph, and I said, I know, and these are some of the pictures of some new stamps I've got for Muhammad Ali coming up in the new year. And I said, this year, I looked it up, and I was like, I've got till 17th, tomorrow. This is like
mail
the
stuff
day
to the South.
to mail stuff to have it, and it should show up on time. Yeah. So I had the girls decorate some stuff, basically some letters, some cards, and we were going to send some photos as well. That's what people asked for. That's what they wanted. Some school photos for the kids. And I said, I even asked you before our noon show yesterday, I can just go to CVS, Walgreens, walk into one of these Kodak kiosks, because that's basically everything Kodak does right now.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be fine. It's like you're supposed to be able to print a 4x6, whatever it may be, instantly.
Yeah.
So I go in, leave work, and I stop by right here near us on Winton.
Yeah.
And I start using the machine. How you want to do your photos? Email, card, DVD, or CD. I was like, wow, nice. Old ones. And I was like, phone. So I click that option. They say, plug in your phone to the system.
You got to plug it in.
USB. Yeah. And I'm like, first off, I don't have a cable with me. Second off, I've got my new phone, so I'm the C plug. Oh. So I don't have one of those.
Oh no.
And even the one, I was like, okay, the one at home, it's C to C into the special Apple Cube that I had to go find to have a converter.
Yeah.
And I'm like, this is a mess. So I start walking around the store looking for a converter or a charger cable. I'm like, I need one for my car anyway. I have one charger for this new phone that works in my house.
Wow.
I'm the only one with a C plug and not a lightning port.
Yeah.
They didn't have anything. I'm like, okay. So
I'm surprised that they don't have that. Do they have any cords?
There was no cords.
So you have to supply your own cord.
Maybe I should see them. There was nothing. Huh. There was nothing. Man. So I'm like, exit out of the system. I'm like, okay. So I go home and I'm like, 1 hour photo. And I say, let me look this up. Yeah. And so I found another pharmacy, and they say we can have it ready by about 2:50, which was going to be 2 hours. So I send in the photos, order. It's cheap. It's going to be like $4, whatever.
Through the app?
Yeah, through their website.
Yeah.
It was easy. It just upload right to my phone.
Too, yeah.
And they'll text me when it's ready. I'm like, great.
Yes.
So I get the order done, get the alert saying it's ready, and I have the girls. I was like, we're going to do a special mission. We're going to get some photos, get all of our cards, send them to family members. We'll even go by the post office. They were so pumped about that.
Yeah.
And as I start driving to go pick up the photos, I realize, what am I going to send these in? Right. I was like, I don't have a bigger envelope for the little envelopes and all the pictures. I was like, I don't have enough stamps to send all these because they're kind of heavy because the girls decorated everything to the 9.
Right.
And I was like, I'm just going to walk up to the counter. I've got 2 kids with me.
Help.
The USPS worker will love it and they'll help me out.
Yeah.
Shame on me for thinking that. So
you're going to just cramp their style.
We show up to the post office and there must have been 50, 60 people in there in line.
Man.
And I'm like, oh my gosh. And these girls, they've about had it. Long days at school. It's 5 in the afternoon. Yep. And I was like, so then I see they have some kiosk off to the side and there were a couple of people using it. You do it yourself. So
and that's what they encourage that.
Right. They do.
If you don't know what you're doing, you get scolded. UPS, any shipping store, they're like, you don't have the sticker on there already ready to hand to me to pay me the money. I'm like, I know. No, I'm a rookie. Like, help me out. I
know.
Bit.
I never go to the post office.
Every time I go to mail a package.
I know. And I'm like, okay, if I had gone up to the counter and had the envelope, I was like, these were probably going to cost me $5 a piece, maybe. Yeah. And so I'm looking over at the shelf, and there are all these boxes, and then flat road envelope this, flat rate this. And I'm like, let me just grab the one. I think it was $10. I was like, fine.
Right. Take my money.
I am over it. I grab 2 of them, go to the machine, start putting it in, and then it can't find some addresses. And then it's press, and I sound like such an old man doing this. And I'm like, did I press the wrong envelope? Because one came up, it said, all right, it's going to be $33. I was like, $33?
Wow,
for this? No. I was like, and then I realized I did it wrong. The girls are, getting feisty. They're over it. Everyone in the line is watching me. I'm sweating. I'm pulling on my card. I finally get them both sent, stickers out. We get the receipt, put them in the drop off. And I just turned around. I was holding the girls and I said, I'm so sorry. And they were like, listen, you are a dad. You're a great dad doing this, the experience. So I finally walked out of there, $20. Everything's done. It's sent. Done.
Right. Oh, exhausting.
I was tired. And then the girls go, we got to use the bathroom. I'm like, of course. It's not going to be one in the post office.
Even if there was, you wouldn't want to.
I know. So then we swung over to Dunkin'.
Yeah.
No car crashes in the parking lot this time.
Had to get some munchkins.
Yeah, we did that. And I was like, oh my gosh.
Wow, that's exhausting.
And I texted Steph and I was like, this seemed like a lot of money. And she's like, yeah, I think so. What'd you do? And I was like, you know what? It doesn't matter. It's done. And she said, it's part of the game. And I was like, fine, done.
Whew. A couple of things there. First off, I do print a lot of photos. I've had the best luck with Walmart
Ooh.
Walmart photo. I used to do CVS all the time, and I enjoyed them. They had an app. It was super easy through the app. You just upload photos. But the quality seemed to be dropping over the past few years.
They're okay.
Yeah, exactly. They're okay.
Yeah,
the quality was dropping. I used to love the photos. It was like 16 cents for a 4x6. Super cheap. But then the quality was dropping, and like some of they struggled with the red eye. There was I had a lot of issues. So I actually switched to Walmart, and I just did the same exact thing. I printed like almost 40 photos. It was $20. Did an 8x10, 5x7, 4x6. So Walmart's not paying me for this, but I actually prefer the Walmarts over the CVS's. So there's that. And then second, every time like I've shipped like gifts and things like that to my sister and stuff, and it's always more than you think. One and two, if it's not like ready in a box, signed, sealed, delivered, the people are like you're so inconveniencing them. I've gone in the store when I'm the only person there, and I'm like, I'm the only person here, the only customer here, and you're scoffing at me because I don't know what I'm doing.
I know. It was last Christmas. I go to mail something, and I put the letter up there, and like there was some stuff inside of it. I said, I have no idea how much this is going to cost. Yeah. She's like, well, how many stamps? And I said, you tell me.
Again.
Yeah. Right. I was like, you tell me. I know I've probably got to get a page, but.
Right.
And she's like, well.
There's a scale
that's going to be 3 stamps. And I was like, okay, I will buy some. And she's like, well, how many do you want? I was like, a sheet. And she's like, well, what kind of sheet? I was like, I have no idea. Like, I'm 36. I have no concept of how much it costs to ship something.
Right.
Yes.
Right. Well, and I think 90% of the people that go in there probably are just, selling something or wham bam, send it off, so they get that inexperienced customer, and it's like,
it was just a nightmare, but it was done.
You pulled it off. I'm sure your mother will be very happy.
Yes. And whatever I did, I think it said 2 to 3 days. So it's like, great.
Yes.
This is the first time in a decade my stuff will show up on time.
How about that? Yes.
If I got it right, if I put the right ones in the right envelope, the right sticker on each one.
And the address wasn't coming up either. That's tough.
It was trying to find, the zip code or like this street, and they have some unique addresses, and I got it. And then it was trying to put in mine, and I'm holding one kid, the other one's pulling at me, and I'm just like, oh my gosh.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, so that is done. That was that experience.
Pulled it off.
All I can say is your stuff needs to be sent by tomorrow, so it needs to be dropped off today to get to the 2 p.m. pickup for tomorrow. That's all I'll say.
You got to get it out.
Yes, and that is done. Okay. We can turn to some lighter, some fun news. So the whole Josh Allen thing, as he's, maybe getting back into the MVP conversation, got married, becoming a dad. Joe Brady, his offensive coordinator, who's got some children as well, recently had a new one, was asked about some dad advice for his quarterback.
Oh, I haven't heard this.
I got that.
I wasn't even there for my daughter's birth. I was just coaching a football game. So I'm one guy to not give advice for that. He's going to be an incredible father, just like he's an incredible husband, and excited for the next chapter of him. I get the version of him on a day-to-day basis, from finding out what we got to do, what's the game plan and all that. So it's really cool seeing the different elements of him, obviously. I wasn't here from his rookie year, but excited for the next chapter.
It's interesting to hear. So Joe Brady, just had their second child, his first girl. That was during the Bills' win a couple of weeks ago over the Steelers.
So, wow. Apparently.
He went to work for that.
Not there for the daughter's birth, though. That's kind of tough.
I know.
That's a hard
moment. Everyone can make their own decision. Families have their conversations. I think with any child, like I would.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think, like, I was doing Food for Families, or we were PGA Championship. Sorry.
Doesn't matter. Right.
It's the best moment of your life.
You can have other people fill in.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't matter if you're making millions of dollars.
Money
doesn't matter.
Yeah. Coaches, whenever they fire coordinators midweek, and all of a sudden it's a head coach calling the plays on defense or offense.
This is probably how the conversation goes, right? I'm in labor. The baby's coming. Joe goes, do you want me to be there? The wife goes, no, it's fine. You go play the game.
Yes.
Obviously, she wanted him to be there.
Yes.
He just answered the question incorrectly.
Always.
Right? That was the conversation.
At worst, it should have been, is this imminent, or do we think we've got 12 hours to go here.
Yeah. Did your water break, or are you just what is the time between your contractions?
Yes, that would have been it. I can get on whatever.
Yeah.
Net jets, private jets, and I'll fly up there.
Joe was at the game. Yeah, my wife, she's at the hospital.
I'm sorry.
She said I could play the game.
It's 3rd and 12 though. Coming up out of this TV timeout.
Right, I gotta call the right call.
Everyone can do their own thing. But
yes,
I thought that was fun to share. We got much more on the pod coming your way on this Tuesday morning. Back here on the pod this Tuesday with James, I'm Brennan. Second cup of sunrise. Full disclosure as we're speaking, it's 9:18, so we are getting ready to go with a championship parade. Here in downtown Rochester, the Monroe Red Jackets celebrating this morning as they're riding high after making history in the season, and they're getting the royal treatment. So a police escort, a walk at City Hall, official honors from the mayor's office as state champs, getting recognized for their perfect season and dominant title win. For the first time in the district's history for RCSD, the team brought home a state title after getting the win 34-0 over Sleepy Hollow from Westchester County when they squared off at the Dome. Wow. How about that? So they're going from Monroe up to City Hall.
That's pretty cool. Good for them.
That's awesome.
First championship for Rochester City School ever, which is what I'm reading. So they're Class B.
Okay.
Because I was curious about it, because you had Brighton, who went to the state championships and lost. They're Class A, and the highest is Class AA. So it goes AA, A, B.
So, and that's
largest to smaller
by size.
Correct. Yeah. So AA is the biggest. I think Webster is AA.
And that's by school. It wouldn't be by district?
Population.
By population.
Literally,
okay.
It's just the number of kids in the school.
Got
That's
it.
what it is. So it's AA, A, B, and I'm pretty sure there's C and D as well.
That's interesting. So we were class 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Right.
That's what we were.
South. And that, I feel like in my head that makes more sense. But I mean,
I know.
States are states.
Yeah, follow that.
I love the New York State Public High School Athletic Association.
NISPA.
Yeah, it looks long. It's such a long.
It shows up.
Yeah. You see it. Right.
No, but that's fun with them, and that's going to be streaming, by the way, over at RochesterFirst.com.
Good for them. Great to see.
Yeah.
I mean, 34-0.
I know.
Dominant.
Sleepy Hollow, by the way, as a place.
Westchester.
I've never been there, but people always rave about it. Like a cool thing. Not even just during Halloween, but a lot of golf courses down there.
Okay.
Beautiful, because it's almost like Catskills Mountainous as
That's
you're
money.
Coming up. Yeah.
Westchester.
Yeah.
It's
a lot of
high
money.
Taxes.
We'll ask Ron about that from nearby. Next time
that's
she's
New
on.
York City's upstate.
Yes, that's it. As soon as you cross the river. It has been cold here, kind of lately. It was freezing at some games around the country. And this was someone on TikTok shared their soda before kickoff for Bears and Browns, turned into a slushie.
What kind of soda is that, first off? It's like a weird RC.
Is that RC Cola?
I think it is.
Wow.
That's pretty cool. So sometimes you see super cooled water. To get a little sciencey here, you can get water. Water can exist below freezing if it's like super still at a specific point. Second it gets moved, that's when it can turn slushy like that.
Yeah, it's like as soon as you open it up to the
like it looks
elements,
normal, and then watch, you can kind of see it switch from. Yeah, there it goes.
Oh my God, that's
pretty cool.
This is wild. They do this with obviously with the soda and even with beers, and it's like your drink may be well below freezing, but just how it's packaged and with the air in there, like it's not actually frozen or anything like that.
Yeah, it's funny when my mom, she has a fridge in the garage, which is great in the summertime, but in the wintertime, it's like kind of a silly thing.
I have a kegerator in my garage.
How does it work in the winter?
Fine. Just fine.
Yeah.
Freezing. There's like a big chunk of ice from whenever condensation like frozen on the back.
Sure.
But you're right. Like sometimes you can just put whatever drinks you may have just on the steps in the garage or outside if it doesn't explode. But
and it's definitely like you can go shopping and you buy stuff from the freezer section. You don't have to worry about it.
Yeah.
In the summer, do you cooler it in the I know you do some.
No, it's usually pretty good. And I found this thing just on a Facebook deal when I was in Myrtle Beach, so 15 years ago.
Yeah.
That thing is $100 cash for it. It is still just running along.
Coolers go forever.
It is perfect. Really and it's just fine. And listen, it has one purpose, and that's what it does. Right. It is the season of ugly sweaters. How about one for your Jeep? So this is Mopar. The company has a Jeep, and you can cover this with ugly sweater-themed trail armors. Now, they say this will protect the panels from scrapes, scratches, but the real thing here is for decorations for the holiday. So this is like when they put on F1 or NASCAR, when they wrap a car or anyone who has special decals and stick it right on. Ooh, look at that advertisement.
Wow.
Santa.
Apparently, according to the internet, ugly sweaters gained pop culture in the 80s, faded in the 90s, and then came back in the early 2000s.
We brought it back.
Yeah.
We saved it.
How about that?
Ugly sweater parties. Those are fun.
Those are hot. Yeah. Very popular. I don't have too many ugly sweaters. I don't think I have one.
Do you have any that, like holiday sweaters? Not meant to be quote unquote ugly sweaters, but things that are festive.
No, I don't have any.
They're all just plain. Like maroon,
I have like
white,
a plain white one. I have a plain blue sweater.
I have 2 sweaters, not meant to be ugly sweaters, that if I wore them, you would know that it's the Christmas season.
Yeah.
It's just like, they kind of look like flakes, whatever the design is. No Argyle, used to. And then another one which has knitted, but it's, some people may call it ugly sweater, but it's got reindeer, whatever on it.
They would think it's
no Santa. Yeah.
How about the socks?
Plenty of holiday socks.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm coming up on half a dozen holiday socks.
Those are everywhere and pretty cheap. I stumbled across a sock store at Eastview Mall over the weekend that I didn't know was there. It's just a sock store. Just funny, crazy socks. Every store sells funny, crazy socks.
Yes.
Wegmans has them at the end of every aisle.
Yeah.
But this was like a cheap place where you're like, the socks should be like $1.99. That's what they should be, even for like the decoration ones. Though. I know.
It's like $10.
I know, for one. I know. Or like, and if you get like 3 for $9, like they're just plain. They're just like,
3 for $9's not terrible, I guess, but it's got to be good design.
And they always throw one in there that you don't want. Like you want one of these pairs of socks,
right?
And then they'll throw in like this tan or this cream color one, and it's like, I'm never gonna wear that one.
Yeah,
but I want these other ones to get that.
Right.
We have that. All right, we'll wrap up the show here. No snow for the first time in forever. We haven't been in the 40s this month yet.
Yes, correct. We haven't been in the 40s yet this month. We'll do it the next couple of days. It's pretty cloudy right now. I do think the sun tries to fight out later this afternoon. It might take a while, but we stay in the 20s, and then we climb and climb and climb. Tomorrow morning's going to be balmy, near 40 in the afternoon. And then how about this? Thursday, near 50 maybe. Temperatures just keep going there. And then cold front Friday. I'm seeing a lot of mixed signals for Christmas right now. I saw one model that had us at 50 on Christmas Day. Another one, the consensus is like upper 30s. So I'd probably, it's a coin flip right now.
Last year was not a white Christmas.
I thought we did. I thought we did hit it last year.
Was it warm?
I think I would know this.
I got to remember this for the kids.
There's your tease tomorrow.
Well, we'll talk about that.
We'll talk about it tomorrow.
And then after Sunday, come Monday, a couple extra seconds here of daylight. We'll have it.
Yeah, that's right. So that's what that snowflake is on Sunday. That's the solstice, the winter solstice there. And it does actually happen on Sunday. I know the equinox is kind of funny, like when you get the exact 12 hours of daylight, 12 hours daylight, it's usually a couple days before in the spring and a couple days after in the fall. But no, the solstice is on Sunday, and that's when we literally switch from shrinking days to growing days. So we're losing it's 9 hours right now of daylight. It'll go down to like 8:59 in the next day or two, and then it'll start climbing as we get into early next week.
We will notice and savor it. See you on your TV at noon. Back here on the pod tomorrow.
Get the Rochester First streaming app today for everything you love from News 8 On Demand, plus exclusive shows you won't see anywhere else. Search ROC and download for free on Roku, Amazon Fire, and Apple TV.